All right, everybody's complaining about the season finale of House of Dragons season 2. I'm not mad at it. Now, we did not see this big war that we were building up to. Everybody wants to see the dragons go out there and fight. But we weren't going to see a whole war in one episode anyway. So I think what they did was they just lined it up nicely so that when season 3 starts, bam, we go right into it. Everybody's got their dragons. Everybody's prepared. Everybody knows what's going on. And we could wait until next year. I did not think this episode was bad. I'm going to go through a couple of the scenes. First of all, let's talk about Larys. We know he's a conniver, the master of whisperers. He's manipulative. You know, he tried to use Alicent first, and then when she was no longer of service, then he tried himself with Aemond, tried to call himself to hand. Aemond wasn't having it. So then he said, let me go to Aegon, because Aegon is all burnt up, and he's just not well. So he's now using him to get his little piece of power. But I feel, again, I said this before and I'll say it again, I feel bad for Aegon. He did not want this. He didn't want to be king. And yes, he had a lot of transgressions, not a good guy. But this right here is a lot. And it's all his family's fault. And so you see the man now, he's all burnt up in bed. He has no penis. He's peeing on his leg. He's just not well. Not to mention he lost his son. We almost forgot about that. But yeah, so, you know, Larys is just trying to play him out. So his thing is telling him, let's go, let's leave King's Landing, let's wait, let's let them fight it out, and we'll just come back later and we'll pick up, you know, we'll pick up the pieces, which is not a terrible idea. However, Aegon is not fit to rule. We all know that. He wasn't fit to rule when he was well. He's definitely not fit to rule now. But Larys is a perpetual schemer. He can't help himself. So he's going to use this young boy to his advantage. Is it just me, or are you ready for Rhaenyra and her dragons just to go jump Vhagar? Because like this is all about Vhagar. Everything is about we can't be Vhagar. Vhagar, so he's battle tested, or she's battle tested. She's strong. Let's go get some more. You got your dragons now. You know. Now Aemond knows that you have the dragons. Like you just can't wait. Like you just can't wait on this. Like what you need to do is just pull all your dragons together. Especially now that you and Daemon have made up. You got 4 dragons, possibly 5. Go on over there, just jump that one dragon. Like we know Vhagar sleeps heavy. We've seen it. She's 180 years old. And she lays outside of freaking King's Landing. She's too big to be inside. Like y'all could just roll up on her real quick, burn her, and just end this. We don't even have to have a war. I understand we got 2 more seasons, but this could all be done with just like one just big old dragon jumping. I can't with Christian. I was happy we didn't see him last week, but now he's back sitting on the log looking all sad, holding on to Alicent's hanky. Did you not just flip on her at the small council meeting? When she needed your back, you promoted Aemond over her as the regent. You was fooling around with this woman. You know, you low-key the reason that her grandson got murdered because you wasn't on watch. And you played her, you threw her under the bus, and now you want to sit here and act like you sad. This is not sadness. This right here is fear. He thought he was a big bad boy with his sword. He thought he was the big man on campus. And now that he's seen what these dragons can really do in real time, he's scared. He is scared. His emotions are bothering him. That's why he's sitting on the log looking like that. He's just rethinking his whole life, wondering why he ever left Dorne or wherever he's from to come here, because he's not built for this. He is not built for this. He needs to be inside fooling around with her. He can't be out in the field knowing that there's dragons, 100 yards away. This is just not what this man is about. And so now he's reverting back to, had I just, been nicer to Alicent, maybe I could still be inside. But no, you chose this path, and now this is what you get. So nobody feels for you. Nobody cares about your crocodile tears. You're just going to have to burn up just like every other soldier out there. So speaking of fire, we learned that Aemond, with his pyromaniac ass, done burnt up Sharp Point. Now that he knows Vhagar is not the only dragon out there, he's scared. And this is the first time that we're really seeing him scared, because he's always felt like he had this card he could pull, and it was that big old 180-year-old dragon. But now he's starting to see that the tables are starting to turn, and he's scared, so he's panicking. So what's the first thing he do? He go to his sister talking about, I need you to get on Dreamfire, and we need to go and do this together. Let's go over there at King's Landing. Let's knock him out. But Helena's not about that life. I mean, I've never even seen her on this dragon. It's just strange to me that she even has one. I can't even see her bonding with a dragon, because she's just not built for that life. But she has one anyway. And so she tells him, no, I'm not trying to burn no people up. I'm not doing that. Of course, he tries to manhandle her. For once, Alicent stands up for her children. For once, I saw something of a mother in her when she blocks him and tells him to leave Helaena alone. But, he goes back to her later, threatens her again. First he tries the nice thing. Well, mom doesn't understand. She's not a dragon rider. This is our legacy. But she's still not here for it. We know Helena's got some sort of gift. She can see into the future. And she tells Aemond, this is, Aegon is still going to be the king. His day is going to come back. And you're going to die. And then he threatens her, talking about, I could have you killed for that. And she's like, you know what? It doesn't even matter because you're going to die. And that was cold. Like, that's a cold line right there because you could tell she is not afraid of him. And the facts are the facts. So he's just going to have to eat that. So back at King's Landing, we see that Rhaenyra is hosting a dinner to celebrate her new dragon riders. This damn elf, he needs to be house trained. He has no behavior, and I'm starting to believe that there's nothing they can do about that. I think he's going to be a problem in season 3. He's going to go off the reservation, and he's going to do something that's going to mess it up for the blacks. I get it, you kind of desperate right now, but I'm feeling like maybe y'all should have just kind of pulled in another round of bastards and see if there was somebody else that the dragon could connect to, because I don't think Ulf is it. I don't think he's it. I don't like the way that he's trolling Jace. I don't like how disrespectful he is to Rhaenyra. If Daemon was there, I know he would behave different. I know that. But Daemon's not going to be back for a while because they're about to go to war. But I can't with him, and he makes me nervous. I'm just concerned. Speaking of Jace, can we stop for a minute and just talk about how pretty he is? Jace is getting cuter and cuter each episode. It's like he's serving us cheekbones. He got the little pouty lips going on. He got the Jon Snow coif. Jace is cute. Jace is coming up. But he's also getting a little angry. I understand. He's frustrated. He's stuck on Dragonstone. He wants to get out there. His brother had been killed. But fortunate for him, he has Bela on his side. And that woman, she loves her fiance, and she is the voice of reason. She builds him up. She keeps it real with him. She keeps him level. She's that chick. He has a good one with her. And I'm starting to wonder if this prettiness that we're seeing on this whole attractive glow up that he got going on is not part of the black wife effect. Now, while Bela is in the castle being her man's peace, her sister is out in them streets running around some open field chasing for a dragon she don't even know. Like, you don't know this dragon. You've seen a little bit. The girl done told you the veil. She told you that the dragon was wild. I understand you mad because, your egg didn't hatch and you don't have a dragon. But this is not the way to go about it. This is just not good. The blacks need all of their numbers. And you also had a job. You were supposed to watch those kids. But I guess Rhaena said, F them kids. I want to be a rider. I'm going to go find me a dragon. And this dragon looks real raggedy, and it does not look like it's going to be easy to train. So I don't know what's going to happen in season 3, but I'm not optimistic. So back over at Driftmark, we see that the sea snake is preparing his ships to go out to war. He's having a conversation with his bastard son, Alan of Hull. Telling him that he needs to step up a little bit if he's going to lead the men, and Alan is not really receptive, and Corlys is a little frustrated with his reaction and then tells him, I'm just trying to help you. And this is when Alan lets him have it. And Alan, this has been bubbling up in Alan I guess since he's been a kid, and you can see the tension. He's not like his brother. The other one, Adam, he's excited just to be a part of the program. Alan just wants to be on the boat, do his sea and salt thing, and mind his business, and just kind of forget about the fact that his father done abandoned him. But when Sea Snake says he's trying to help him, I guess at that point it boiled up and he couldn't take it. And he told him about himself, how he'd been poor all this time. His father walked past him, his brother ignored him, how they had to fish and from morning to night in order to feed themselves, and how they suffered, and he watched Corlys walk by with his son with the furs and living the best life. And I felt that. I really felt this scene. That broke my heart, because I understand that this is a world and there's bastards everywhere. But you seeing your son every day, and you knew that was your son, and you didn't make any provisions for him. Even Rhaenys told him, bring them children into the fold. Hell, make them your heir. You so busy concerned about how things look and royalty and the line of succession and all this other stuff, and you have 2 prepared, equipped sons sitting right there ready to do the job, and you just look past them because they are bastards. I don't, yeah, he deserved that. He deserved all of that. And we see that Corlys is now, because he's done lost everybody. Everybody died, and I guess the tipping point for him was losing Rhaenys. And now he wants to try to start looking to other people and trying to create some relationships. But it's too late. It's too late. Now he's gonna go out. He's gonna do his job. He's gonna be on the ship. But you can't expect no father-son time with him. Finally, Daemon gets it together. He been on this he been in Harrenhal for about 7 episodes now, practically all of season 2. Finally got this little 12-step program, and he sees the light. Thank God for the Rivers girl, because she's the one. I guess she knew she had to take her time with him. She had to do this slow because he's such a hothead. He needed a little bit at a time. He needed some nightmares. He needed a whole bunch of stuff. And then she brought him up to the tree, and then he saw the whole light. He saw that he was not the prince that was promised. He saw that winter was coming. He saw Rhaenyra. He saw all of the stuff coming. And finally, he got the message that, dude, this is not about you. You're only a piece of the puzzle. You need to play your position, and you need to support your queen, niece, wife, baby mama. You need to support her. You need to bend that knee. And I'm so glad that he did this on his own volition and he wasn't forced to. And now we can finally get back to the blacks being a united force and do what they have to take these greens down. Big ups to Sir Simon, because he's been, chilling in the background. He's been letting Daemon, do his thing. But when he realized that there's something bad was about to happen, he snitched. Yeah, he snitched. He sent the raven. And he was like, come here and get your husband, because this is not good. Something bad is about to happen. And she showed up just in time for Daemon to have had his epiphany, or whatever you want to call it. And he bent the knee to her. He swore to her in front of everybody. He got the troops riled up. It was a good moment. Did you notice how her dragon was sitting up at the top watching? Like that real protective, like, you're not going to mess with my mommy. She was sitting up there on the perch, just keeping her eye on everything. I love that. And Sir Simon was in the background just doing his little Hercules clap. I love that man. He really, we thought he was a punk in the very beginning because he just gave up Harrenhal so fast. But now this is a good man. He's a good man, and we're all fans of Sir Simon Strong. All right, so now Alicent carries herself over to Dragonstone, similar to how Rhaenyra brought herself over to King's Landing, but the tables have turned. Now Alicent wants to strike a deal. Now she wants all of this to be over. Meanwhile, she set all of these wheels in motion. Granted, your father's a manipulator, all this, I get that. But once you became an adult and you saw what was going on, you had an opportunity to do the right thing and you didn't. Therefore, we feel nothing for you. You are a day late and a dollar short. At this point, Rhaenyra don't even need you. She definitely don't trust you. Just like you told her when she went to the Sept, it's too late. It's too late. People have died. Kids have died. Troops have been called. People have left their homes. It's too late. It's too late. Now, but if you really want to fix this, we're going to have to take Aegon's head. Now, I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Like, let's just all just put it on the table. Let's get down to brass tacks. He can't live. He cannot live with Rhaenyra, like, taking the throne. I understand you say, oh, come to King's Landing. I'll leave the doors open. I'll leave the lights on, and you can just come in and sit on the throne. It does not work like that. It's not that simple, and Alicent knows better. She's going to have to kill Aegon. She's going to have to take his head, and she's going to have to do it in public. So how about that? How about that? That's a son. That's a true son for a son. And of course, Alicent, because, she don't have a maternal gene in her body, acts like she's going to mull it over for all of, 90 seconds, and then says yes. Now, I understand it's a big decision, but at least say, can I sleep on it? I'll send a raven in the morning. Do something. But you just turned around, you looked around a little bit, and you're like, yeah, you know what? You can have him. She's trash. She's a trash mother. And is it just me, or is it way too easy to get into King's Landing and Dragonstone? Like, Daemon snuck into King's Landing to do the whole cheese and rat thing and kill young Jaehaerys. Rhaenyra snuck into King's Landing to meet with her. Now she's sneaking over here. One of the twins snuck over to Dragonstone. The dragon bastards are sneaking out and coming to, like, there's a lot of sneaking back and forth. Like, who's watching the door? And there's a bunch of troops. There's a bunch of people walking around in cloaks, but people are getting in and out. Like, I've seen better security at the club. Why are everybody able to walk? It's time of war. Rhaenyra has somebody come into her bedroom. That's how lax this security system is. I don't know what they need to get a ring app. They need to do something, but this does not make me comfortable. It's just too easy for people to get in and out. All right, who locked up Otto? We knew he was not responding to Alicent's letters. Nobody had heard or seen from him. I thought he was just salty. I thought he was over in Old Town just salty because those kids done messed up a well-crafted plan. But it turns out he's locked up. Like somebody locked him up. We don't know. I guess we'll find out season 3, but it looks like somebody needs to put money on his books. All right, last but not least, let's talk about this black man, the Grand Maester. He's a good man. He does his job well. He just wants to be left alone. He just wants to work with his little potions, his moon tea, his milk of the poppy. That's all he wants to do. But every time he turns around, somebody's asking for something. Somebody's scheming. Somebody needs something. They want his opinion. Just leave this man alone. He don't want no parts of this. He was taught a long time ago to mind his business, to stay out of this royal white people's business, but they will not let him. But he's doing a good job. He's keeping it to himself. He's observing everything that's going on, but he just wants to be left alone. He just wants to mind his business and enjoy his good black job. Well, that's all I got. That was a full, interesting episode. Not what everybody hoped for. We didn't see a lot of dragon activity. But like I said in the beginning, I think that it set us up well for season 3. And we will be all just locked and loaded and ready for the dragons to take it from there. But they put all the pieces in place, all the character development, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm disappointed it was only 8 episodes. Of course, I would have liked to see more, but it gives us something to look forward to. So that's my review of season 2, episode 8, the season finale. Please like and subscribe and share this video if you enjoyed it. And I guess I'll talk to y'all next year.